Yeah, Liverpool extending their lead at the top of the league to 3 points. It's 5 league defeats in 6 for Newcastle. Once again, though, one of the main talking points was VAR, as Liverpool were awarded 2 penalties, and Toon boss Eddie Howe couldn't believe that VAR didn't overturn the second one.
The second penalty for me isn't a penalty, and I'm really amazed how VAR's not intervened there, because I think for me Jota's taken 2 steps before he's fallen down. And then you go back before that moment, and Sean Longstaff's probably that moment is the clearest penalty of the 3 tonight, and it's not given.
You hear that, Dino?
Yeah,
that was Jota finally hitting the deck.
Well, I'm in the strikers' union, as you know. So, I mean, he did go down. Yeah, he did go down a bit easy. But I mean, what's more worrying is Mike Dean said there was no contact whatsoever, and there was. There was contact, and he's thought.
Are you not allowed contact anymore?
Well, do you know what the rules are? I don't, Jeff. Penalties, handballs, offsides. We've all been in football all our lives, and how can we not know the handball rule? So VAR, it's causing havoc. I don't know what you think, man. We've last time I seen you, I think, Jeff, must have been about 15 years ago at the Novotel in Brentford.
Right.
We must have been doing a show with Cammy was there.
Yeah, probably. We weren't in the bar, of course.
No. So we never had VAR then, did we, in them days? And we used to just like accept the referee's decision. But now, I mean, it's not VAR. VAR's there to get these critical decisions right. But it's who's looking at the screens for me. Who's looking at them screens? You got 5 screens in front of you for 5 minutes, near enough. Get it right. When you look at it, someone there, get it right. But they get them wrong.
Yeah, they get them wrong. And, you know, everybody says, look, leave the decision with the on-field referee. But you do get the impression, well, I think you get the impression, that there's an element of protecting your mates. You know, not making you look a fool by saying, you know, have another look at that, you know, because you were wrong. Have another look at that because you were wrong. Doesn't happen. I mean, to me, last night on that, I thought there were lots of issues. But the Jota at the end, why isn't the referee called over to look at the screen? You know, why has his mate just told him, yeah, you're right? I mean, he was almost in the crowd by the time he fell over.
He's probably said to him, there was contact, and he just accepted it. But to be honest with you, when you see Jota going through, I think goal. When I watch Jota play, because he's like clinical with his finishing. When you see Nunez going through, you don't think goal. So, I mean, he is an enigma, Nunez. I watch him as a striker myself. I think, you know, he's so unlucky sometimes with his finishing. And then he misses one-on-ones, but he works his socks off. Everyone loves him at the club, and he's battling away, and you think there's a player in there. Keep going. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if all of a sudden he had like 12 chances and scored 8. You know, like at some point. He done it at Benfica. But they are a machine.
Yeah,
Liverpool.
He's a massive handful, whatever else. I mean, he's a massive, massive handful. Look, in January, Dino, Liverpool have an FA Cup third-round tie with Arsenal, a 2-legged League Cup semi-final with Fulham, and 2 league games. And they'll play them not just without Mo Salah, but without Endo as well, who are off to represent their countries. But Klopp says his team will have to find a solution.
Yeah, we will miss them, no shadow of a doubt. But that's how it is. We knew it before. We will have to find solutions. We will find solutions, and we will try to enjoy the situation.
How will they cope without Salah for a month? And Endo as well, who's made a big impact in that midfield, you know?
Yeah, well, when you're managing, you start looking at these situations as how many points is that going to cost us? I mean, I remember, go back years, I was at Blackburn with Graeme Souness. We had Brad Friedel in goal, and we worked it out that Brad saved us 15 points a season. Like, he hardly made a mistake. You know, an unsung hero. I look at Salah, 8 games he's going to be missing. I'd try and say probably that might cost us 4 or 5 points. Just 4 or 5. They've got good players coming in. You know he's leaving. But he's unstoppable, isn't he? You know, you look at Martinelli and Saka, and I'd say, if I was Arteta, I'd say, now you've got to overcome this. Everybody knows you. Salah does it every year. He gets round it. So they're going to miss him. Endo's done well since he's come. But Klopp has got Liverpool back to when he first started. They're pressing, they're closing down. And if I was any other manager of any other football team, I'd just put the videos of Liverpool on when they haven't got the ball. They just work their socks off.
I mean, they were brilliant last night, and the atmosphere was fantastic as well. And let me just say, by the way, I don't know if you've seen it. There's a great online video at the moment where Jurgen Klopp welcomes a young Irish boy who's got no arms and no legs, basically, into his office, spends half an hour with him, and you know, it's a proper tearjerker, I'll tell you what. And Jurgen Klopp comes over it. People will say it's PR. Yeah, well, maybe it is. But I'll tell you what, everything Klopp says during the course of that video, you can see that he really feels and he really means it. And it is absolutely unmissable. Try and take a look if you possibly can. Let's hear from you this morning. Liverpool fans, are you the favourites for the title? 03717 223344 is the number to let us know.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.